So yeah, so they,
And the listeners follow you behind it as well.
yeah, no, they do. So we would. Good morning and welcome to the recreation ground here in Oudtshoorn for the T20 challenge match between the Garden Route Badgers, 6 Gun Grill Garden Route Badgers, and the Hollywoodbets Dolphins. And you are with me, James King, and with me in the commentary box, Avidia Haynes and Nathan Gogela. Morning, Avidia.
Good morning, James. That beautiful overcast day we have here in Oudtshoorn.
Yeah.
Perfect weather for cricket, and there's no chance of rain by the looks of it. And in the forecast,
Certainly rain not forecast, but very nice to have a cool day here in Oudtshoorn to start off with. Arrived here on Friday, 40 degrees, and then yesterday in the upper 20s, very pleasant with a bit of a breeze coming through, and today overcast, no wind to speak of, and it's a lovely day. Toss won by the Dolphins, maybe overhead conditions helping a little bit there, as she goes forward and manages, it goes just outside the off stump, and we have umpire at this end is today Stacey Lackey. She was at the southern end of the ground, the Otaniqua end. Today at the grandstand end, she's standing with Gaynor Sabola, as Michaela Andrews is away from us again. That's got lovely shape away from the right-handed Alexandra Candler. And there is no run. And this advert brought to you by... So yes, just forgive us some technical challenges there. It's Andrews of the 6 Gun Grill Garden Route Badgers, and that's a very good shot. So it's going to be fielded though in the deep, from coming in from the position on the third man or third boundary is Mariana Briet, one of the only change in fact today for the 6 Gun Grill Garden Route Badgers, and really is a lovely day here in Oudtshoorn. Cool day, not often that one says that in summertime here. lovely shape again from Andrews, away from the right-handed Candler, and it's she's going for that one, trying to hit it over the top early on. It's 2 without loss at the moment. And yesterday for Andrews and for KK Mate, who I think will be opening the bottom from the other end, 2 slips were in place early on, and that's beautifully played though this time by Candler, and she's taken full toll of that one wider outside the off stump, and that is the first boundary of the day for Alex Candler, and she moves to 6 with that boundary. And good start for the Dolphins so far after 5 balls of this Michaela Andrews over, and we're going to go through just where the respective log positions are and how this T20 competition is looking at the moment for these 2 teams, and some of the highlights as well from a batting and bowling point of view. That's a very good delivery on the line of middle and off. So end of the over, 6 without loss after the first over. And Avidia, the log positions at the moment, it's a very important game for these 2.
Well, I suppose you could say they're playing for certain honours. Unfortunately, Western Province is so far ahead at 32 points. No other team will be able to catch up with them if the other teams win all their matches.
Yeah.
And even if Western Province should lose somewhere along the way for their remaining 2 matches. And they're followed by DP World Lions at 16 points. Dolphins also joins them at 16 points, but with a slightly higher net run rate. And in 4th position we find Badgers at 13 points. So even if they win the match today and the next two matches, they may end up, depending on the other teams do, either in 3rd or 2nd position. So, well, the title for the T20 Cup for the season's already been decided by the looks of it. Oh, that's a brilliant
very
shot.
well played by Nabutele Busani, and it is played down to the backward square leg region for 4. It's a little bit short from KK Mate, first up this morning, just perhaps struggling to find her length with her first delivery, and that's a great shot from Busani down to the right of Faith de Jonk here at fine leg. And yes, as you say, Western Province 16 points ahead, and the maximum number of games left for any team chasing. Oh, she bowled her! She got the off stump out of the ground, and that is the end of Nobutele Busani. She's faced only 2 deliveries. She hit a beautiful boundary off the first one, but that one fuller. It looked like it was swinging in to the left-hander and uproots her off stump, and that is a huge blow early on for the Garden Route Badgers. And she was looking so good with that first shot, the shorter delivery, but that one just straight through her and knocks down the off stump. What a tremendous delivery from KK Mate, and she's been in really good form. So first wicket falls with the score on 10. It's 10 for the loss of 1. What a delivery, Vidya.
I'm always so impressed with KK Mate with her bowling. One player I always look forward to watching when out here at the recreational grounds in Oudtshoorn and in fact anywhere else.
And it really was a fantastic delivery, just going across the left-hander, and then instead of going on, it was fully pitched as well, and she just beat her both perhaps from a pace and also a length point of view, and cannoning into that off stump of the left-hander, just flattening it, and a really good delivery from Mate and Busani, who looked so promising off that first delivery and did bat, I thought, quite well yesterday. Has to go, and it's the new batter in now for the Dolphins, and it is number 23. And just checking my sheet here, it is Leander Nzuza, who did not bat yesterday. No, she's come in at number 3 for the Dolphins today. So 10 without loss. Sorry, 10 for 1, should I say. It's another very good delivery. And that's that shape again from Mate. You see how she's shaping it away now from the right-hander. It was into the left-hander. I think that's what got the wicket there of Busani. Really good to have the roving camera with us. We've got here with Pitch Vision, bringing you these visuals and commentary on the Cricket South Africa YouTube feed. That's a big shout for LBW. Gaynor Ball is having a look. She's not interested, just indicating it's going down the perhaps going down the leg side. In fact, maybe she was indicating there to umpire Stacey Lackey there's 2 left in the over rather than that. But it looked like it may well have been going down the leg side from KK Mate. So, been good so far from the Dolphins. Have done quite well up until that boundary, until the wicket there. Busani looking really threatening with the first ball that she faced, and now Nzuza facing 4 dot balls. So the first over from KK Mate, she takes the wicket, concedes 4 runs, and it's 10 for 1 after 2 overs here. So just KK Mate in the bowling figures and bowling stakes this tournament for the Badgers has been doing pretty well. Just know we were chatting a bit earlier on about the performances as it's Andrews away from us now, and that is also outside the line of the off stump, played down to Mariana Briet by Candler, and just the single.
Now, KK March has taken 6 wickets, well, 7 now.
Yes, 7
in this
now.
tournament. So, yeah, and she's only conceded a total of 150 runs during this time, with an average of 25. He's definitely up there with the top 20.
Yeah, it's Andrews again. That's a good delivery to Nzuza, and just perhaps a little bit straight, but she's trying to bowl wicket to wicket here, Michaela Andrews.
Bowling is much better today than it was yesterday, so I think the chat that Coach Martelies van der Merwe had after yesterday's match has really sunk in for certain players.
I'm sure yesterday in that innings chase, in fact, extras were the highest scorer. And that's nicely played into the covers, but it's well fielded by Tabitha Lachranzi, and there is no run. She's at extra cover. So for the right arm medium pacer Andrews, we've got a sort of third slip, fielder at deep third, backward point cover, extra cover, mid off, mid on, mid wicket, and a fine leg. And that's a beautiful shot. Well fielded by Haroldine Rhodes in the covers, and brilliant shot that must be said. I mean, that was hit with such force there by Nzuza, and just not able to pierce that offside field. Haroldine Rhodes doing fantastic work there as well. So good cricket all round. The ball perhaps not quite what Michaela Andrews was wanting to deliver, but she probably got away with one there.
Yes, and good on the fielders for tidying that up and ensuring they only get 1 run from that ball.
Yeah, and that delivery to Alex Candler again, moving away from the line of sort of middle stump, and Candler comes forward, takes the outer half of the bat, certainly not intending it to go down to third, but Briet is in quickly, and it's just the single. So far in this over, the 3 singles, and Alex Candler also really high up in terms of those averages, as it's a forceful shot tried again here by Luyanda Nzuza, but straight down to KK Mate at mid-on. And you would see there the roving camera that we have today, which is being operated by Java, and our producer Pat here from Pitch Vision. It really is a privilege to be bringing you this broadcast from beautiful setting here in Oudtshoorn, the recreation ground, and to our south the lovely Outeniqua Mountains, and behind us the Swartberg Mountains. It's a wonderful setting and place to watch cricket. But so yes, Alex Candler, in terms of the batting averages, giving Avidia a lot of work here this morning, just in switching screens. We'll look at that now.
We don't have any details for her during this.
Oof.
Oh.
A good delivery again from Mate just outside the off stump. So no, it's not in the top run scorers.
Not in within the top 20 of
Okay.
the leading batting averages and top scorers.
So somebody I would expect that would be up there. So Dolphins certainly appear to have a much stronger bowling team in this tournament than
Definitely.
that's beautifully played through the covers, and there's a chase on. They might get there. Julia Hall's going to win that race, and she just flicks it back, and it's you would see there very good fielding from those two, a tap of the hands, and stopped what would have been 4 going out into that region. But lovely shot from Alex Candler. This is what we would have come to expect from the opener, from the Dolphins, the Hollywoodbets Dolphins. She really is a very good batter, very technically correct. Beautifully, all straight through Haroline Rhodes, but Tabitha Lacranz is going to chase it out to the boundary, and she picks up now and throws in left arm. And interesting feature of Tabitha Lacranz is she throws and fields left-handed, but she bowls right-handed. So incredible versatility there from the young 19-year-old from the Badgers. We expect to see her bowling a little bit later. So 2 shots through the covers from Candler, 2 that have gone for 2, and as you saw, chasing that very, very firmly out into that region, and that's brought a change to the field immediately. Candler again, this one again over-pitched a little bit, no width this time. Rhodes does the fielding in the covers. So from a bowling point of view, certainly the Dolphins have got a very lineup. Nkululeko Mlaba is here today as well, and we have Ayanda Hlubi not. Oh, that's strays onto the pads, and Candler's not going to miss out on that one. It goes through to the boundary. That's a beautiful shot from Alex Candler, and the bowling of KK Mate, who's into her second over now. And moving along very nicely here are KZN Hollywoodbets KZN Dolphins. It's played straight to Rhodes again at extra cover. Been a good over for the Dolphins. This one getting the 8 runs off the over, 2 2s and a 4. They've moved to 21 for the loss of 1 after 4. Batting at 5 and over. The person out this morning is Nobutle Busani. She was bowled by a beautiful delivery from Mate, and her second one after hitting a lovely 4 through the leg side, and just faced the 2 balls for those 4 runs. And so recovering nicely now. It's Nzuza on strike. Andrews into her 3rd over. It's played straight down to mid on, and good fielding done, coming around quickly by KK Mate. So Avidia, so far, what are your impressions? Looks like there's a little bit of movement out there for the bowlers.
Yes, and I think the decision by
Good delivery from Andrews, moving away from the right-handed Nzuza, and she tries to play that one through the offside, just misses the edge by a whisker.
Yeah, as I was saying, I think the decision by Dolphins to bat first counts in their favour, obviously, because the conditions are similar to their home ground, and they just missed out on that yesterday.
Yeah, so yesterday the was the Badgers who won the toss and decided quite rightly to bowl, and that is just going down the leg side, looks like from our vantage point here, as we see half an appeal really. So as we came into the ground this morning, we saw the Badgers players all lined up in 2 rows in the grandstand practicing their appeals. It looked like they were a choir, in terms of getting their choir practice going. But no, they were having a team photo taken. So, yes, a little bit of movement perhaps early on here. You can see a little bit of movement, and Michaela Andrews naturally shaping it away from the right-hander. Same as KK Mate, it's the natural movement seems to be shaping it away from the right-hander. Oh,
that's a brilliant shot.
Oh, it was, wow, just to the right of, great effort by Mariana Briot as well on the boundary there, but it's gone down to the boundary for 4. That's the first boundary for Nzuza. Julia Hole making a valiant attempt at backward point to try and catch that one. It might have been in the air when it went past her, but if she stopped that, I think it would have been incredible. As it just went to the right, and as you had seen on your visuals, a great attempt by Briot to stop the ball, but not able to get around in time. See Tabitha Lachransi just warming up out there as well. That's very nicely played. Brits won't let that get past her though at mid-off. And 25 for 1 in the 5th over. So despite the loss of that wicket, batting at just over 5 and over so far. Andrews, I think just the 1 ball left now in her 3rd over. It's a good delivery outside the line of the off stump, and Nzuza trying to play that shot again. It was a really good shot. Instead, Avidia through that backward point region and went down to the wide 3rd man boundary for 4 earlier on. It's the end of the 5th over, 25 for the loss of 1, and that's an easy sum. 5 runs and over for the first 5. The last over of the power play that we'll be seeing now, and it is going to be Tabitha Lachransi. You're impressed with her bowling yesterday?
Bowling, yes.
After the first 2 overs?
Bowling, yes, and I'm particularly looking forward to her batting within the Badgers' first innings later on.
Get that action.
Yeah, the action. So
almost like a baseball player stepping up to the mount, and then off she goes. I think it propels her forward.
I think so. It's very interesting, and a lot of bowlers have these type of routines. Remember Morne Morko doing the circle at the top of his run before he started to come in, and this is so she just seems to take the ball, hit it against her toe, and then comes into bowl Tabitha Lachransi, and.
But at least they don't have a technique or a ritual like that Welsh fly half.
That's right, yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Dan Bigger.
Dan Bigger, yeah, indeed. And that's Tabitha again, all action as she comes in, and that's a good delivery, but oh, almost. My goodness, you should not take a quick run to Chantal van Schoor. I don't know if the Hollywoodbets Dolphins have been chatting to Western Province to
the team's name is Hollywoodbets Dolphins, so they're betting that they'll succeed and get into the crease in time. It's a gamble with Chantal, they know, and they don't mind doing that gamble. Absolutely
right. Oh, that's a beautiful delivery this time from Tabitha Lachransi outside the off stump, on the line of off stump, and Nzuza has to play. Leander Nzuza has to play, but she can't get bat on ball through to Mika Derrida. So it's been a much more disciplined bowling performance so far today from the Garden Route Badgers. That's in the air and it should be out, and it is. And that's the first wicket for Tabitha Lachransi into the safe hands of Chantal van Schoor, who gives Gaynor Sabola some catching practice as well as she tosses that ball back to the umpire. And it's a really good wicket there for the Badgers. Leander Nzuza, who brought into the team today in place of Chandra Patha, and she has to go back to the pavilion and just trying to see what she would have scored. Alex Candler's got most of the runs. It was just the one lovely boundary from Nzuza in the previous over through backward point, and it's Nzuza who got 5 of 16 deliveries with just the one boundary, and she certainly had a fair amount of the strike there. Caught Van Schoor and bowled by Lachranzi, and Candler on 17, and is now joined by, I think it is the captain of KZN, Courtney Gounden, is indeed, and these two who put on a good opening partnership yesterday in the 50 over game for the Dolphins, before unfortunately it was Candler who was the first to go, but that opening partnership there for them was 16. Sorry, I thought it was better than that from my memory. It wasn't. Gounden, who scored 22, one of the top scorers for the team yesterday and today, she'll be wanting to make sure that she certainly has a big contribution to getting the Dolphins to a defendable score. So regulation catch there for Van Schoor, who's now moved for the left-handed Gounden. I think I'm just trying to see which. Oh, it's a good delivery from Lachranzi again, and she's been on the money today. So yesterday, her first game after coming back from about probably a month out due to injury. Yes,
and I think some of the bowlers struggled a bit to keep those extras in line, and I am grateful for them today that in their 6 over we've seen no extras.
Towards us again from the Otaniqua end. Just bunted out to Julia Hole. They've taken a bit of hesitation there from Courtney Gounden, and perhaps Julia Hole just choosing the, a bit harsh to say, choosing the incorrect end. It was a good throw in to keeper Derrida get through for, I think, a comfortable single. So she's off the mark, is Gounden, and that second wicket for the Dolphins falling with the score on 26, I apologise, and it's now 27 for the loss of 2 after 6 overs, and Nathan will be coming in and joining Avidia, and for the next 7 overs. It's the end of the first power play, and here with his own power play is Nathan, and Avidia to join him.
Yeah, good morning, Avidia. Good start here for the Badgers. 2 wickets inside the power play. So far, so good.
So far, so good. And we've got the person who took the latest catch, the last wicket, Chantal Van Schoor, coming up from the grandstand end, and Gounden is facing. Chantal Van Schoor is definitely one of the fielders to watch today. Yesterday, she had an excellent spell.
Yeah, she had an all-round performance with both bat and ball, and in the fielding as well for Van Schoor.
That's pitch. A good shot. That's a big save by Badgers.
Just pitching outside of some very wide and enticing that drive, and straight to the fielder standing at cover.
That'll be a single for Dolphins.
And driven down towards the long off boundary just for a single. We saw Tabitha with that starter motor that you refer to as the baseball mount, and now we have a light lunge from Chantal Van Schoor. Few techniques of bowling from the Badgers.
It's all about what helps you with your run up and gets you going. It's probably it's that mind shift that happens. You just switches gear.
That one pitching in line and just driven down towards long off we do have a left and right hand combination out there with Alex Candler and Courtney Gounden, the captain. Alex is so far looking so good, playing very well outside the line of the off stump, driving very nicely.
And the Dolphins will go for another single.
And that's one
They'll
just...
hope for a second, but decide against it. Your prediction for score today? I'm looking at 130 to 150. Given the current
I think
run rate.
I think anywhere between 130, 140 will be decent total. But again, you need quite a big total, especially when you go up against the likes of Tasman Brits. But unfortunately for the Badgers, they're missing out on Annelie Derrickson. So both these teams are missing a few players. Injured players and players involved with the Africa Games, which will be held in Accra, Ghana.
So for the Dolphins, they have their captain that is out in Ghana at the African Games. Captain, I think Nondamiso Shangasi, and they've also Seshni Naidu, which is one of the leg spinners out there at the Africa Games.
And another floated delivery, and that's the end of the 7th. 4 runs off that over, 31 for 2.
Yeah, it was going to be very interesting seeing Annelie Derrickson here. We were talking about it earlier on, and to see her and Tasman batting together would be something amazing. Having said that, Tabitha Lachransi is here as well, and she and Tasman's had the highest wicket partnership for this tournament, scoring 207 not out against the Free State in Bloemfontein a while ago, I think it's during last year. So there's that to look forward to. Tasman having had a great day yesterday, both with bat and out on the field.
Yeah, she'll be opening the batting with Tasman Brits, so that's going to be interesting to see how that unfolds. Wonderful start to this over by Lechranche, full pitch delivery, and that go down towards player standing at mid-on.
Oh, there'll be a run-out opportunity here. She's back in time.
And safe. Late call from these two. But risky single taken, but safe. 2 wickets already in the power play. And now, after the end of the power play, you allowed more fielders outside the inner ring. We'll just go through the fielding positions shortly. Now the full pitch delivery and straight to players standing at the covers. Just looking at the field positions now. Deep third, backward point, cover, extra cover, mid off, mid on, mid wicket, and short fine leg, and a deep mid wicket. Just 2 outside the inner ring. Oh. That one just missing the outside edge, and unfortunately Gown the captain just missing out on that one. Played very late. See a couple of those played off the back foot and missing that outside edge. Kaikaz and Martin found very unfortunate yesterday, very unfortunate. 2 catches in the slips missed, and finally she managed to get 1 yesterday. Good fielding in the extra cover, and opportunity, and this is given!
And the captain is gone.
And another wicket down for the Hollywoodbets Dolphins, and that's Alex Candler. I think that's gone.
It's Alex.
It's Candler that's gone, yes.
Yeah, I think it's
Candler's
Alex
gone.
Candler. She looks very promising, 20 runs, and unfortunately she has to depart.
That is a wicket that they want to take, and to
Looks like it's
yeah,
Courtney
the
Garnden
captain.
out, the captain. And another wicket falls down here for the Hollywoodbets Dolphins. Good fielding from the Badgers.
It's that lady again, Chantal van Score.
And it's again Chantal van Square.
Powerful throw in of hers.
And that's the 4 of the third wicket.
I'd like to be the fly.
32 for 3.
I'd like to be the fly on the ball when they do their training and to see how much training she does with the actual throws and run-outs. Or she just may be one of those people, if she's got that powerful baseball arm, and then her colleague Tabitha's got the baseball run-up technique.
Yeah, sure.
It looks
Maybe
like
that's-
maybe Kawu that's coming to the field. Asamkele Kawu, a right-hand bat.
Yeah, number 24.
Zinhle Mali.
Zinhle Mali.
And now coming at for Zinhle Mali, right hand batter. Alex Candy, the Lone Ranger out there at the moment. 2 quick wickets. Another full pitch delivery for the new batter, Zinhle Mali. Straight down towards mid wicket.
Oh, Alice Candace's wicket is the one that they would want to take, just to break her momentum and scoring capabilities. Having said that, getting Zinhle out before they can form a strong partnership is key to their bowling attack.
And we see Chantal van Scoor back with ball in hand. Wonderful fielding in the covers. Proving to be a key member here for the Badgers, the 6-gun grill.
Great
Garden Route
hand-eye coordination indeed.
It's quite a long name, 6-gun grill garden Badgers.
Well, it's the name of the sponsor, and we're very happy to have sponsors on
100%.
board always.
100%. Again, played off the back foot in that vacant extra cover region.
And they'll go
And they're
for
looking
two.
for 2.
Looking for a run out. Chantal's waiting for that ball, and the batter is safe.
Good running out there from these two, Candler and Mali.
I'll tell you this much: 6-gun grill definitely makes sure that the Badgers are sorted with their braais, providing all the spices.
Yeah, I mean, we had our fair share yesterday with the lunch. Beautiful lunch here at the recreation ground. Beautiful hospitality from the staff.
A special thanks to Zenobia for always arranging. She's actually the one in charge here, we've all agreed. Van Square coming up from the grandstand, and Alex Candler is facing.
Just stepping across.
That's a great shot that might go all the way.
Giving
And
herself.
it does. That's another boundary for Alex Candler.
Candler slipping across, giving herself a bit of room in that vacant deep square leg area, and managed to get 4 from it. Already 6 runs off this over from Chantal van Scoor. Candler looking very promising at the moment, just identifying the spaces in the outer ring. And now we see just a fielding change now. 4 fielders outside the inner ring. And that one goes straight to extra cover. We have a deep extra cover, long off, long on, and a deep mid wicket here for Alice Candler. Really on 26 runs. Slow delivery there from Squirt. Wide. Unfortunately, not finding the gap between point and extra cover. Massive gap in the offside. And backward of square. No fielder there. But so far, Van Scoor is bowling just outside off. Slow delivery. and pierced.
They'll get a maximum of 2.
And unfortunately, Fielder standing at point, not able to get that one. Julia Hall, and there is covering the offside boundary. Player there, moving from deep extra cover towards the deep point region and cutting it down, just 2 runs. Again, played off the back foot for a single, looking for 2 and good fielding. And that's the end of the 9th, 42, 41, 43. What is the score after the first power play? What is the score after the first power play?
7 for 2.
Looks like Tabitha Lacrance is coming back from the Etonika end.
Sorry.
No, it's Mariana Brits.
Is that Mari?
No, that's apologies.
Get ready for that baseball technique run up, getting the motor started, ignition.
There we
and
go.
we have liftoff.
Wonderful full pitch delivery and play down towards mid wicket. Good line here from Tabitha. She struggled yesterday in the initial part of her spell.
Yeah, she hasn't been out in the field for a few months due to injury, and being back yesterday, she just needed to find that line.
Oh,
And today she's like she's not. Oh dear. Everybody is asleep on the field. It's so close by, and the Dolphins nudge in for 1.
looks like some players are not morning people. But yeah, so far so good start. 3 wickets and just under 5 runs per over thus far for the Hollywoodbets Dolphins. The run rate.
Oof.
Praying across the line and unfortunately missing out on that outside edge again. Good disciplined bowling here from the Badgers. Nearly 30 wides yesterday. Today playing very nicely. Up front we had Kayla Andrews and Kaya Mate.
They'll get a single out of this one. Yeah, the bowling is much more disciplined today. Yesterday, that 36 runs or 36 extras they conceded could have meant a possible loss to them, because they were really chasing hard at the end of the Dolphins innings.
Beautiful shot down towards deep extra cover and just get a single there. And Zintle Mali
Finally off the mark.
finally off the mark. Playing on the ground towards long one just for a single. These two of them are in no hurry whatsoever. And that's the end of the 10th. 44-3. 4.4 runs in the first 10. I mean, we spoke about the past scores here between 120 and 130. Do you feel that they could get there with the slow run rate thus far?
They very well could if we go for a single every time and a big shot here and there, and we've got Van Schoor back on the bowling attack. I think it's doable with the Dolphins, especially with Alex Kander there. She's already hit 39 of 29 deliveries. It's definitely achievable at this stage. Oh,
Short and another wide delivery from Van Schoor, and Sintleman looking to play across the line, but evidently so there is that gap between mid wicket and square leg. just a single down towards long on for a single. They look to favour quite a lot on the leg side here. Again, rightfully so with the fielding positions, just one outside or two outside the inner ring, but no one on the behind the square on the leg side.
Oh,
and he gives him! And another wicket here, massive wicket. And unfortunately, that's 4 wickets down here for the Hollywoodbets Dolphins. Pitch just wide outside off and finding an edge. And
it's the one they want and the one they need.
Alex Candler looking very promising out there, just falling on 31. And that's 46 for 3 after 10 overs and 2 balls.
So great day out there for the Badgers at the moment, and good day for Van Square as well. They're getting the impact that they need, and they need to get that momentum going to prevent the Dolphins from getting to that possible top score of 150. Keeping in mind that whatever Badgers bring to the fore during their innings may be neutralised by the Dolphins' bowling attack.
It's some Kelly Cowell.
Coming in now at 6 is Asamkele Kau, already 4 wickets down. So after 10 overs. It's not looking promising at the moment here for the Hollywoodbets Dolphins, already 4 wickets down. Another one just playing across the line for delivery, just for a single towards a deep mid wicket. And Asamkele Kau now off the mark.
For square, 2 deliveries remaining. Coming in from the grandstand in. Marley's facing up in the air.
Lofted shot.
That's safe, and that's a boundary.
And 1 bounce for lofted shot over mid wicket, and it dissects the fielders between long on and deep mid wicket. And that's 50 up, 51 for 4 after 11 overs. Good shot from Zinhle Mali, able to pick the run up and managed to get a boundary off that last over from Squirt.
So these are the guys that start already. Gundan, Zuza, Pusane and Kandla. And we have Tabitha coming up. Kau facing.
And Kau was looking to play towards short third area, but there is that fielder there. Tabitha bowling 4 overs on the trot here. Must remember 20 overs, maximum amount of overs you can bowl is 4 overs. Just missing the top edge there. Played off the back foot. Asamkele Kau. There is that gap. I mean, we have a short third, backward point, and deep extra cover. So there is a gap between backward point and that extra cover. If you manage to get connection on the bat, could see yourself with a boundary. Fuller delivery, good line and length from Kranji.
He's well on the way to possibly getting a maiden over. But Commentators curse. We have a 1 run sneaking in there.
It happened yesterday. 5 balls, and we spoke about that maiden over coming, and then finally they were able to get off the mark. So 1 run in that over. Again, finding the fielders. Good fielding positioning here from the Badgers. Must commend the captain, Tasman Brits. Experienced Protea. Done fairly well in Australia, T20s, ODI, and that one-off test. Again, short and wide. Finding a player at short third. He manages to play a bit earlier because there was a late cut. Play a bit earlier. There is that gap point region. Beg your pardon. Many opportunities here to get some runs. These dot balls don't really help, especially in the T20 format. Another dot ball. Dot ball's starting to add up now. We spoke about the maiden over, and we get that maiden over. Thank you, Emilia.
She's had an extremely good spell today, and there's no doubt that Tabitha Lachransi is back with a ball, with a vengeance, and looking forward to seeing her out on the pitch with Captain Tasman Brits later on.
And
So that leaves Tabitha Lachransi having bowled 4 overs with an economy rate of 1.75, 1 maiden over, and only conceded 7 runs with 1 wicket. Very excellent figures. Yeah, she's also had a good day today, having facilitated a run out and gotten 1 wicket
lunch.
thus far. And unfortunately, the Dolphins take advantage of that delivery.
That one just staying a bit low. Perhaps you could be seeing a bit of inconsistent bounce there. And driven down towards long, just for a single. Now we just see a change in the fielding now for the new batter, Kawu. Just a long on and a deep mid wicket in the outer ring. On staying low again towards long on to the captain, Tasman Brits. Looks like if Fiscal will be bowling a full 4 overs on the trot here. Yeah, that light lunge again. False start. Perhaps the batter wasn't ready there.
Is that your nickname for her, light lunge?
That light lunge. We've seen so many. Another one. Interesting. Yeah, we've seen some many strange run-ups.
Oh.
Just lofted in the air there. Unfortunately, Fiscal not able to gather that one, and goes towards long off for a single. Good tight bowling here from Fiscal. All the deliveries have been outside the line of off stump. Again, another dot ball. Another one staying low. It was short third, backward point, cover, extra cover, short extra cover, beg your pardon, and a mid off on the offside. Another one played across the line, and unfortunate missed opportunity at mid wicket. That fielder there looks like it's Tabitha Lachransi. Beg your pardon, Mariana Britt, who replaces Michelle May. Good opportunity there for the Badgers. But good fielding. Just keep it down to a single. Beg your pardon, 2 runs. Opportunity and another wicket towards a point. And Badgers have been very sound in the fielding. Another wicket down. 5 wickets already in 13 overs. And it's getting from bad to worse here for the Hollywoodbets Dolphins. We spoke about the toss and who'd like a bat or ball first, and the Dolphins batting first, and unfortunately, looks like it was a bad decision. That's the end of the 13, 56 for 5.
That's end of 13 overs here. Julia Hall taking that catch. There it was at backward point, just a full delivery, and Asamkele Kawa trying to play that one over the cover region, just not able to get it past Julia Hall. Took a catch sort of highish up for her, but really not a difficult catch for Julia Hall. And fifth wicket down, as you said, Nathan. It's been a really good bowling performance from the Badgers this morning, and apart from Alex Candler, whose innings I thought was really excellent before she unfortunately was caught behind by Mika Derrida trying to hit Van Schoor through the offside, and I say unfortunately getting that caught behind. It was only really Candler with 31 of 30 deliveries in this score so far of 56 for the loss of 5, and Van Schoor now picked up 2 wickets in that spell of hers, so she's finished with her overs, 4 overs, no maidens, and 2 for 24, so a little bit on the expensive side. It's going to be a change of bowler. Faith de Jong coming in from the Outeniqua end, replacing Tabitha Lachransi, who has finished her spell. It's de Jong towards the Zintlin Mali, and Mali plays that one straight to that looks like Lachransi at Lachransi's that's actually Briet, Mariana Briet at extra cover.
Full pitch delivery, and lofted just towards mid-on, and fielder there at a long on.
Looks
James,
like
we spoke about
score there. Yes, sorry.
we spoke about the toss. So just to recap on toss, Hollywoodbets deciding to bat first, winning toss and deciding to bat first. Was it a good decision?
Yeah, I think again the ball was moving around a little bit earlier on. Michaela Andrews and KK Mate, who you would expect to get a little bit of movement, they did yesterday in conditions overhead that were much clearer than this. Not a massive amount of swing on offer, but just enough maybe. And it's Nonkululeko Mlaba who's in here at bat, and it's much better to see Mlaba here, just the first run there, Nathan. She's certainly yesterday at the end nearly got the Dolphins over the line.
Another lofted shot, and unfortunately just falling short. Player at standing at long on, and she had to cover a bit of ground there. But looks like Zintle Mali is looking to be very aggressive here at the moment. She understands the position where they are at the moment. 5 wickets down already in 13 plus overs.
Yeah, her second boundary, and these two really, from a Dolphins point of view, are going to have to make the runs here for them. Certainly have the capability. Better known for their bowling, Mali and Mlaba, but they've done well here in this over so far. So
yeah, that's the end of the 14th, 63 for 5. Yeah, we saw Nkululeko Mlaba coming at 11 yesterday, and she looked pretty decent out there. It was interesting why she wasn't introduced earlier, and hopefully today she can get a few runs and help salvage a decent or reasonable score here for Badgers to chase.
Yeah, she's been in good batting form. I often see her coming in for the Dolphins in the middle order, 5 or 6. And as you say, we did feel yesterday maybe she came in a little bit too late as the change of bowling from this end. Van Schoor has finished her spell. 4 overs, no maidens, 2 for 24. It's going to be Mariana Briet who's in from the grandstand end, and she starts with the first wide of the innings. So that's been a really brilliant, from a bowling point of view, before they concede an extra.
There is that away movement from Brits, and that one just going down towards deep extra cover. Brits replacing Michelle May.
That's right, Michelle May, who opens the batting in the 50-over competition, doesn't normally play for the Badgers in the 20-over competition. And Briet, who we saw in the previous match against Western Province, who bowled particularly well, so 2 wickets in that particular match for 17, and that's why she's in the team. It was a good delivery, that one.
A very good delivery indeed. Unfortunately, not getting back to board there. Nongululeko Mlaba.
So she's got to get Briet getting her radar sorted out there. It was a wayward first delivery, but she does get a little bit of movement. I'll have a look at it now, and
there is a bit of shape away from the right-hander.
yeah,
It's interesting to see that 14 overs in, and Britt managed to get a bit of purchase from that ball in the latter parts of this innings.
yeah, she's moving it just a little bit away from the batter, just a natural movement, almost with the arm, not really much swing on offer, but it is a natural movement away, and that very close to that wide line. Umpire Stacey Lakay having a bit of another look at that one, but deciding it was fine.
Zintle Mali, not much foot movement there. Perhaps if she could play with the back foot to cut shot, or on the front foot, that extra lunge towards covers. Bumper ball, full pitch delivery from Briet. First full pitch delivery there, in line, and single down to long off. I have been impressed with the fielding of the Badgers this morning.
Yeah, today been much better than it was yesterday. I think there were a couple of lapses in the field yesterday, unlike them.
Big swipe of the bat, unfortunately misfield there at extra cover from Hanje. There is that, another opportunity, and a safe.
She missed the stumps, I think. Did Mariana? No, she did. She broke the stumps, but just safe getting in Zintle Mali at this end, and it was a good shot. It was half stopped by Tabitha Lacranci at extra cover. It was really well played by the batter, and so she prevented the boundary. But coming back for the second, very good running by the 2 Hollywoodbets Dolphins batters. 69 for 5 now. It is at the end of that Mariana Briet over, just the 6 off it, and the Badgers won't be unhappy with that. At the moment, 5 overs to go, and yeah, you wonder what they could get even at 10 and over. It's only going to get them to 120, and that you just feel with players like Tabitha Lacranci, Tasman Brits. If Brits gets going, you would feel a score of 120 is just not going to be enough.
Another lofted shaft over mid-wicket, and another 4 runs here for Zintle Mali. Dissects those 2 fielders, standing at deep mid-wicket and long on. It looks like they're starting to accelerate now between these 2, Ningululeko Mlaba and Mali.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's the over. Faith de Jonk here conceded 7 off her first over. Briet conceding 6 off her over. So certainly targeting Faith de Jonk. I think it's the right thing to do. She's not got much pace. There is no movement on offer. She's bowling in. That's a very good shot. Let's take us through that, Nathan.
Yeah, brilliant shot, very wide, and managed to get a bat on ball, and played between backward point and short third. Beautiful shot indeed.
Yeah, so she's really showing what she's made of here is Zintle Mali. So that's her 3rd boundary, 21 off 19, batting it better than a runner ball.
I think the Dolphins understand the position they are in at the moment, hence why they need to start accelerating. the run rate here, especially 5 wickets down. Nkululeko Mlaba and Zinhle Mali, decent batters with decent strike rates as well.
Yeah, that's a lovely shot as well.
And that one will reach the boundary again. Another 4 year for Zinhle Mali. Short and wide and not missing out. And straight to between the fielders that's standing at a point and cover.
Got her eye in now, Zinhle Mali. She's really playing well. And there's Faith de Jong, exactly the kind of bowler that she needs to target. Perhaps some change now in the field. They are putting the fielder out. That's KK Mata going out to deep cover, deep extra cover. And they've kept the ring field in pretty much as they can, but Faith de Jong just not the kind of pace that she can pitch anything short or wide, and she goes for 12 off that over, and I think that'll be her last contribution for the bowling attack. I've still got 3 overs left from Andrews and Mate, and with 4 overs to go, perhaps you would expect maybe 1 over from Briet and then the main bowlers to finish off. Depends, I think, on how Briet goes in this over. But that was an excellent over for the Dolphins. 81 for the loss of 5 now. Mali, who's between her and Alex Candler, really the key batters for the Dolphins in this innings. 25 now of 20 for Zinhle Mali. Been a fantastic innings from her. Sorry, 29, I do apologise. 29 off 21 she's got, so really has been very, very good from the middle order batter and bowler from the Dolphins.
Yeah, it looks like Nkululeko Mlaba's walking down the track there, looking to be very aggressive, and unfortunately missing out again. Big swipe. And unfortunately missing out. Perhaps just a technique there from Nkululeko Mlaba.
Yeah, Brett just putting it in that little bit wider, making it maybe a little bit more difficult. She was moving away almost a bit to the leg side and playing that shot. Brett sensing perhaps she has an opportunity here.
One just falling short. Player there standing at a long on. Captain Tasman Brits, just 1 bounce. And finally, Zinhle Mali on strike, the aggressor. Hopefully she can find a bit of space. Yeah, obviously we have deep extra cover, long off, long on, and a deep mid wicket in the outer ring. Beautiful shot there from Zinhle Mali. Just played off the back foot there.
Yeah, it was nicely guided down to that short third. As you see, she's been really good with the bat here today, Zinhle Mali. We want to follow that up with the ball as well later on. A good all-round performance. Briet, pretty accurate so far. Oh,
finding a thick edge, and it will go down towards the boundary.
But Manyaga, unfortunately for her, not able to stop that one. So you would have seen her running down to the boundary, and once again, perhaps just getting too much on the ball when she's trying to flick it back and just flicks it over the boundary as a result. But it was a false shot off the outside edge of the bat of Mlaba. That's her first boundary, and she's coming in here with the intent she showed yesterday, Nathan.
Yeah, Nkululeko coming at 11 was really interesting.
It was.
But it's good to see Mlaba just going up the order a bit. Another swipe of the bat, just missing the inside edge there, and that's the end of another good over.
Yeah, good over from Briet again there. I think just went for the 6 again. And at this stage of the innings, going for just 6 and over is, I think, is exactly what her captain would want. 87 for 5 now after 17, and it's just referring back to that T20 match that they played here against Western Province. Mariana Briet, 4 overs in that match, 2 for 17. So in a score of 129 for 7 that the Western Province, so World Sports Betting Western Province scored. And as I thought, it is KK Mate who's come back into the attack for the 6 Gun Grill Garden Route Badgers. A few changes to the field for Mali.
Yeah, they did save the last 3 overs for opening bowlers. Just some death bowling here for the Badgers. Just clean up the tell here.
So you'd think Mate would have over number 18 and 20. I think Mariana Briet will be given another over. Michaela Andrews just back from injury, and certainly was reasonably expensive in her opening spell.
I'm just outside off and playing across the line. Unfortunately, Sinclair missing out on that one. Just looking at the fielding positions here, just a deep mid wicket, long on, long off, and deep extra cover.
It's very interesting to see him. Even yesterday, the Badgers not employing a fine leg for a lot of the innings, and in fact, it wasn't necessary.
Just lofted over, opportunity and shot. Good opportunity there at extra cover from that fielder. Thought that one was just going to go over ahead, but a good effort there from that fielder.
Yeah, Faith de Jonk there it was, who got a hand to it, pulled it back in, juggled with it a bit, and the net went down, didn't it? So, but she stopped what would have been a certain 2, and they just went through for the single. So every run saved is important at this stage. They would have wanted the wicket.
Oh, that one again outside off. Playing across the line here from Mali. Starting to become a bit desperate, and rightfully so. I'm really impressed from the bowling here from the Badgers. Outside off and very wide. Again, there's no need for a fine leg if you're bowling those regions. But again, if you find an inside edge, it does tend to go towards a fine leg region. But they've been lucky thus far, the Badgers.
Oh, she hits that beautifully. And it's going to be one bounce. And my goodness, did Tasman Brits do very well on the boundary there. Well, that had 4 written all over it, Nathan.
Yeah, Tasman Brits, quite quick in the outfield. Very athletic as well. Former javelin thrower.
That's right. So she was
quite a strong arm.
Set to go to the Olympics and then suffered a serious car accident. You'll see that she does have the Olympic rings tattooed on her left forearm. So just on the inside of her arm there.
Just piercing that gap between backward point and cover. Just for a single. Here's cover on the offside. Sweeping boundary.
Yes, singles is not what they need at the moment. The Hollywoodbets Dolphins, these two have done well so far. I mean, already putting on over 30 for this wicket. Mali been particularly the aggressor, took 12. She took 12 off the last Faith de Jonk over, but not able to do much with Mate this time. It's just the 3 off that over. Good over for the Badgers, that one.
Unfortunately, again missing out, stepping down the track there, Mlaba. And that's the end of the 18th, 90 for 5.
So, batting at exactly 5 and over. And there have been instances in this T20 challenge where under 100 has been enough. A couple of scores that were only between 4 and 5 and over. And in fact, is going to be Michaela Andrews. So, returning to her premier medium pacer, opening bowler, Mariana Briet, just the 2 overs and 0 for 12, and just with the 1 wide. In fact, it's been the only extra conceded by the Badgers in this innings. If you consider that compared to what happened yesterday, they've turned it around in 1 day, just incredibly. It must have been a pretty harsh team talk yesterday.
Again, that just have to slide it towards long one, just for a single. I think there was 2 wides, one from Michaela Andrews and the other.
Is it 2?
From
okay. Yeah, definitely from Mariana Briet.
Yeah.
Let me just check the scorecard. So is it just the one extra from Mariana Briet? Yeah. So
beautiful variation here, opportunity, and unfortunately missed out on that one.
Whoa.
Short pitch delivery there from Andrews and played towards mid-wicket just for a single, risky single taken there by the Dolphins.
They've definitely, the odds on Chantal van Schoor hitting the stumps are quite high. That was just complete side on. So she's already been responsible for one excellent run out today, and she could have another one. And again, just missing the stumps. And she really is an outstanding fielder. She hits the stumps more often than she misses. Certainly there, only has one stump to aim at. Just she's giving Tabitha Lacranci some practice there at mid-off. Yeah, good shot that actually. Played it to the right of that fielder, Lacranci. So she'd been backing up very well to Chantal van Schoor. I was looking for that word, backing up. Faith de Jonk in front of us here at long off does the fielding of that one. It's going to be Marley. She'll be targeting the mid-wicket region, I think. In fact, she targets straight, but Brits is so quick across the ground and such a strong arm. Look at that throw as well.
Javelin arm.
Incredible. Javelin arm, absolutely. It's just, they can't find the boundary at the moment, can they?
It's interesting why Tasman Brits doesn't bowl. I mean, she does have that strong arm.
Yeah.
I mean, she's got height as well. She's quite tall. Stature.
Never ever seen her bowl at all. It's Van Schoor takes a diving attempt there. Just cannot get the ball through to the boundary, which is what they need at the moment. So a very good over from Michaela Andrews, and that went for 5, was it?
Yeah, and that's 5 runs in that over. You know, Tasman Brits used to be a keeper as well, so quite a all-rounder.
Very
Tasman.
versatile, yeah, absolutely. From a fielding point of view, but some of the catches I've seen her take, I mean, I think everybody who was watching the Women's World Cup, I mean, I don't think anybody would ever forget the catch she took. I think it was in the semi-final against England. It was just one of the most brilliant catches in at mid-wicket position, one-handed, and that was a key moment in the game there in that Women's World Cup.
Kakamate in the final over here, and the second wide here for the morning for the Badgers. Giving the reins to close it here for the Badgers, and starts off the wide. Here's that short third and backward point. Lofted shot, opportunity in the deep mid, and taken. Oh no!
That's going to be 6.
Oh no!
Indeed, it is. She wasn't too aware where the boundary was, and just stepped back onto the rope. Hopefully the cameraman has picked that up and you were able to see it. We don't have a live field. Tasman Brits is absolutely furious with herself for this, and cameraman, I don't think we picked that one up, and just seeing it too late there, so unfortunately not able to see that, but that takes the Dolphins to their 100.
Inside edge there, back onto the pad just for single, and it looks like it's a leg by umpire there. I think it's a leg by. Umpires here today, Stacey LeKay and Gaynor Sibola. Just unfortunate there. Tasman Brits, she did catch it, and she fell on her behind, and it went for 6. But good effort there from Tasman. Another opportunity, and taken from Tasman Brits, and I'm pretty sure she's very happy now that she's taken that one. No subtle celebrations here from the Badgers.
No, she just said, just stay there, let's get the overs finished. And was a good catch on the boundary, and that one, she doesn't drop those, Tasman Brits. She in fact didn't drop the other one either. She took that, but then she was just realised she was close to the boundary, tried to throw it back up in the air and stood on the boundary while she was busy with that process. So just couldn't quite get her technique right, and that's Nonkululeko Umlaba that has to go, and she did hit earlier on in that over. There was that 6. I'm not sure who did hit the 6. Actually, if it was Mlaba or if it was Mali. And if you can remember, it was actually Mali who hit the 6. She's on 41 now, Zintle Mali, and Nkululeko Mlaba, who is on her way back to the pavilion and desperately tried to get that ball over the boundary. But it was Brits who's positioned herself very successfully in that deep mid-wicket position, and you need to have your best fielders in those positions at the end of an innings. And my scorecard just not updating. Coming to the wicket now, it is Jade de Figueiredo. She hit a few lusty blows yesterday as well. Can't get that one past Faith de Jonk in the covers.
Just 2 more deliveries remaining in the allotted 20 overs.
It was a very good partnership between those two. 40 bowling to this Badgers lineup. 5 for 24 yesterday in the 50 over match. She was really outstanding, Nathan, yesterday, and the shining lights for them, and just nearly got them over the line with the bat as well.
Yeah, she did trouble Tasman Brits up front, but a good bowling. She can get 5 against a good Badgers team. Looking to head across the line, unfortunately. Missing out with that one from Hollywoodbets Dolphins.
Yes, the wrong batter then. After that wicket, the wrong batter was at facing the bowling, and de Figueiredo not able to get off the mark. So last 3 dot balls, which are absolutely priceless. So the 6 off the first ball of the over, and then just 2 more singles in that over. 103 for the loss of 6 at the end of the 20 overs for the Hollywoodbets Dolphins, and Captain Tasman Brits, I think, calling for the heavy roller there. Groundsman signalling what he wants. It looks like he's signalling a heavy roller. I don't know if that's the signal for heavy roller, the arm up in the air and sort of showing the big sign, maybe. Big roller or the small roller. Although I think she conceded in her 4 overs and taking those 2 wickets, which was really outstanding for her. And just trying to get an updated scorecard here, just to try and give you the final numbers, but nothing yet updating. So just give you what I do have so far, and it is just while we have the 10-minute break, just to finish off the innings. 103 it was for the loss of 6, and the first player to go was Nabukle Bosani. She was clean bowled by Mate of her the second ball she faced. She hit the first one for 4. Second ball lost to her off stump, and was Bosani out for 4 with a score on 10. Second wicket to go down was Nzuza. She was caught very well by Van Schoor, just a reasonably easy catch in the mid-wicket region off Lachransi. She hit the 1 boundary, and she scored 5. It was 26 for 2. 32 for 3. Key wicket here, where brilliant run out, taking a run, and Chantal van Schoor, seeing that Gounden was coming down the wicket and in fact had called for the run, then stopped the ball brilliantly with her left hand, transferred it to her right and threw it in with Gounden out of her ground as Mika de Ridder broke the stumps at the striker's end. A brilliant run out once again from Chantal van Schoor, and the dangerous, and I must say she was looking good there, and she scored 3 off 9 deliveries, but a key batter for the Dolphins, the captain Courtney Gounden, was out, scoring 32 then. It was for 3. Alex Candler was the next to go, scoring 46, of which she has scored 31 of 30 balls. She was looking outstanding, and then she got a delivery from Van Schoor, this time the bowler, outside the off stump, trying to force it through the offside, just got the faintest of edges through to keeper de Ridder, and then it was 4 for 46. Fifth wicket fell at 56, which was Samkele Kawu. She was caught in the mid-wicket region by Julia Hall. In fact, sorry, caught it back with point by Julia Hall of Van Skoor, and that was the end of Kawu. And she scored, she don't have her numbers here in front of me, just let me get them for you quickly. It was Kawu who scored 4 of 11 deliveries caught by Hall and bowled by Van Skoor, and 56 for 5. Then an excellent partnership of 47 that took the Hollywoodbets Dolphins from 56 to 103 between Zintle Mali, who finished on 41 not out, and it was with her Nkululeko Mlaba, and not sure eventually what Mlaba did get in that innings. Don't have an update on that, but did bat incredibly well together. Mali 41, as I said, and top scorer, not out for the Hollywoodbets Dolphins. And they end on 103 for the loss of 6. It's going to be an interesting chase. We'll be back with you in about 5 minutes just to finish off with the bowling figures. Probably the best bowler for the Golden Route Badgers was Tabitha Lacranci. She took 1 for 7, 1 maiden in her 4 overs. Other wickets, 2 Van Skoor, 2 for 24, and for Mate, who also took 2 wickets, and really was some good bowling. And Tabitha Lacranci there, after her performance yesterday, where she went for 22 in her first 2 overs in the 50-over competition, coming back yesterday very well, and today 4 overs, 1 for 7. It will be Tasman Brits and the same Tabitha Lacranci to open the batting for the Badgers when they do come out to bat. They're chasing 104 to get a victory against the Dolphins. Dolphins looking to restrict or bowl them out. For less than that, it's going to be a fascinating contest. Welcome back to the recreation ground here, the 6's Gun Grill recreation ground here in the heart of Oudtshoorn, and you are here watching the 6's Gun Grill Garden Route Badgers playing against the Hollywoodbets Dolphins women in the T20 challenge here for the Division 1 women's teams. This broadcast brought to you by Cricket South Africa on their YouTube channel, and the visuals and commentary courtesy of Pitch Vision. You're with me, James King, the Cape Fox, and with me, Avidia Haynes and Nathan Gogela. It's been great to bring you this broadcast today of the T20 challenge, and yesterday of the one-day series, the 50 overs competition. And the umpires here, Gaynor Sabola and Stacey Lackey, have made their way out into the middle for the Badgers innings, where they'll be chasing that 104 for victory. And it will be Tasman Brits and Tabitha Lachransi who will be coming out to the middle, left-hand, right-hand combination. And the Hollywoodbets Dolphins team also on their way out now. So Avidia, it was a good performance in the end from really Zinhle Mali that helped to get the Dolphins over that 100 mark. It looked that they were going to struggle to get there.
Yes, I agree with you. Hitting a 41 off 33 deliveries is excellent on her side, and she managed to bring Dolphins to just over 100. And that'll leave Badgers to chase 104 in order to win this match today. Quite interested to see what Tabitha Lachransi and skipper Tasman Brits will show us today, and how long they're able to stay at the crease. No doubt that a fellow Protea Mlaba would want a taste of a wicket.
Yeah.
So let's see how they go. And then these two have managed to put up a high score of 207, the highest wicket partnership of this tournament.
Yeah, it's in that they set that total, I think, against the Free State, and they batted for the entire 20 overs.
Not out.
Unbroken stand of 207 with a century from Brits and a 60 odd from Lachransi it was. So Tabitha Lachransi showing a few signs yesterday that she's hungry to get some runs, and but she is going to face the significant challenge here of Nonkululeko Umhlaba, one of the best T20 bowlers in the world. Umhlaba, the slow left arm orthodox spinner. Yesterday she took 5 for 24 on this wicket. She'll be looking for more of the same today.
Exactly, and we can only expect fireworks from the bowling lineup of Dolphins. They've got some of the top bowlers in the country, and no doubt that they looking to do some serious damage within the first 5 overs.
Definitely. It's down to the backward square leg region, and Tabitha Lachransi making her intentions known immediately in terms of how she is going to approach this batting, and she is off the mark already with that first ball boundary, so 4 without loss, and is a square leg in place now. She goes over the square leg. It's another 2 bounce 4s that hits the rope now, and she's taking chances here. Is Lachransi just opening up? This is what you were looking forward to, Avidia?
Yes, and I'm happy to say that Tabitha Lachransi has not disappointed today. I mean, she's been great with the bowling earlier on, having had 4 overs for 1 wicket and only conceding 7 runs, and with a Coleman rate of 1.75. So I'm equally happy that she's doing her thing with the bat.
And I'm sure Umhlaba definitely is going to have something to say about that. That one much quicker, down the leg side, does get a touch on it, perhaps off the pad. Just having a closer look at what's happening here. That one is also played out into deep between the fielders at deep square and deep mid-wicket. Candler comes around from that deep mid-wicket position, Alexandra Candler, and throws in not before they've taken 2. So 2 boundaries and a 2 off the 4 balls so far. 10 without loss at the moment in the first over. But Mlaba is far too wily or canny a bowler to let Lachransi get away with this. She may well have the last laugh here. That is a very good delivery from the Proteas spinner. Changes the line, just full pitched. A great contest this.
Yeah, 10 runs off this over thus far.
That's
Up in the air, and it'll land safely to get them 2 runs maximum.
Yeah, Candler's around again, and they just come back for the 2, and that's been an outstanding over for the Badgers. Not so good from a Hollywoodbets Dolphins point of view. It's gone for 12, and all of those 12 coming off the bat of Tabitha Lachransi. So she's batting at a strike rate already of 200, and this is what she does at the top of the order. Tabitha Lachransi, she's given the license, very much like Gemma Burta is with the Western Province. Youngsters given the license to go out there and play her shots first up, and if it comes off, it's absolutely great. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. So it really has been fantastic. Zintle Mali is going to be coming in from our commentary box end, the grandstand end of the ground here, bowling towards the beautiful Otonikwa Mountains. Mali so good with the bat earlier on today.
Yes, she is. And for a moment there, I thought you were going to say the beautiful Tasman Brits.
The ballerina Tasman Brits. Yeah.
Maybe she gets it today, but
never
not
know.
enough balls.
No, not enough runs for her to now get anywhere near there. But first one up is a full toss down the leg side, and that's going to go for 4 as well. There is nobody patrolling that area on the leg side. Zintle Mali, she's been asked to bowl outside the off stump with a 6-3 offside leg side field in the first one, just a loosener down the leg side, full toss as well. And Tasman Brits, in the form she's in, is not going to miss out on those. So Dolphins under the cosh here already, missing a couple of their key players who've gone to join the SA emerging team who's representing South Africa at the Africa Games. The same situation with the Badgers. 2 players have gone there, and that's beautifully played, but straight to the covers, and good fielding there in the covers by one of the players drafted into the team today, Leander Nzuza. So we've got short third, point, cover, extra cover. In fact, there's a cover point, cover, extra cover, and a mid-off, packed offside field. And that one is wide outside the off stump, and Brits will not be able to reach that. It's first wide of the innings from Mali. So missing 3 players are the Dolphins, on their opening bowler Nobulumko Bonetti, Seshni Naidu and Nondimiso Shangase. It's well bowled from Mali, just keeping Brits quiet at the moment. 17 is without loss in the second over. And field here is set for the offside delivery, and that's another one wide outside the off stump. She's just trying to keep it wide of Brits, so she can't play that shot through the offside, but there's a fine margin between just too wide outside the off stump and called wide, and just struggling with that width at the moment. And she does play it bowl close or over the bowler's head for 4, safest place on the field to play the shot. And Mali now in this over has also been put to the sword a little bit. And that's played straight down the ground again, but Alex Candler at long on comes around and fields slightly wayward throw, but no damage there, as it still, is it one ball left? No, end of that over from Zinhle Mali, and she's conceded 11 of that over, and the 2 wide. So after 2 overs, the Badgers are already more than 20% of their way to the target, and it is a good start from them. 23 without loss after 2 overs, and if you look back at the Dolphins, 10 for the loss of 1 after those 2 overs. So Badgers getting off to a good start, and this is going to be a very interesting contest now between Umhlaba and Brits.
Yes, the two Protea teammates facing off against each other, and they definitely have spent some time with each other in the nets, so they know each other extremely well.
Packed offside field as Brits just that ball moving away from the right-hander. Natural spin from the left armer, Umhlaba. Oh, that is a good delivery. She gets a leading edge into the covers, but there's no danger. It just bounces front of Candler. I think it is there at cover, at the conventional cover position. It's slightly short and played through the cover region. Is it going to beat the fielder to the boundary? It does. It almost seems like it's accelerating as it goes down there, and Zinhle Mali can do nothing about it. Fielder at extra cover just couldn't get across, and so Brits gets her 3rd boundary, and Umhlaba concedes her 3rd boundary of her spell. 27 without loss now, the Garden Route Badgers. Good delivery and respectfully played back by Brits.
Yeah, she's experienced enough to know which shots to take and which ones to leave alone. And they certainly do have the
she's
right amount of deliveries remaining to have that luxury.
That's very nicely played down to long on by Brits, just past her partner, who manages to get her feet out of the way of that one. Tabitha Lachranzi, just another single to Brits. 28 for 1, for no loss. 28 for 1. Listen to me. That's not a prediction.
Please.
Badgers will not want me saying that. Dolphins definitely would want me to be saying that. It's keeper.
28 for no loss.
Yeah, at the moment, and that is unlucky for Umhlaba. Yes, that she didn't get that wicket there, just across. Lachranzi playing against the spin, which she has been doing, going for the big shot once again, which is what she's there to do. That's her role in this opening partnership. And between her and Tasman Brits, they've taken the score to 28 without loss after 3 overs, just the 5 of that second Nonkululeko Umhlaba over, and she'll be much happier with her performance there, as we're going to have a change of bowling, I think, from the grandstand end. Looks like Jade de Figueiredo that's coming on. He also slow left armour. Certainly with the right-handed Brits on strike, you feel this is probably a good move?
Yeah, I think definitely they want to get this danger woman out of the way, not to be a headache to them like yesterday. And it's not a very high score to chase for the Badgers with these two individuals at the crease.
That's a little bit too short on this occasion, and just straight through to Alex Candler at long on, should I say. She's one of the 2 fielders that are allowed, 2 fielders allowed outside the circle, and unsurprisingly, for Tabitha Lacranci that has shown a penchant, maybe. She has a penchant, P-E-N-C-H-A-N-T, penchant, most people call it. She's loves playing into the leg side, and this ball will be angling into her, and as such we have a backward square and a deep mid-wicket on the boundary, and she's lucky there is Lacranci. She yorks herself, in fact, trying to play over the top of the mid-off and mid-on. Candler at mid-off, and number 10 is Busani at mid-on, and that's played straight to Candler at mid-off, just for the single. Good over so far from De Figueiredo. Do you sense the big shot or the wicket is not far away here? And that is the wicket of Tabitha Lacranci. She's been bowled. A leg stump has been knocked back by Jade De Figueiredo, and exactly as we were expecting, she's going for that big shot, and that one is just bowled on the line of middle and leg, and just goes on to take the leg stump, and it's the end of Tabitha Lacranci's short innings, and she is gone for 12 off, I think it is 10 deliveries that she's faced, and she has to make her way back to the pavilion. She scored 2 boundaries in that, 2 fours, and so good strike rate for her of 120, but the first wicket falls with the score on 29. It's 29 for the loss of 1, and Mika Derrida is the new batter. She's coming in to join Tasman Brits at the crease. So Tabitha Lacranci doing her job that she was sent out to do, but not able to do more than she did mostly in the first over of the innings from Nkululeko Umhlaba. And she has to go back to the pavilion after 3 overs and 4 balls. That wicket falls, and so it's been a good over for the Dolphins. This De Figueiredo in again to Mika Derrida, the new batter. That's a good delivery, and Derrida falls over a little bit as she comes forward and plays. That's 1 off the over to Tasman Brits, that was, and it's 29 for the loss of 1. So a little cameo there from Tabitha, not there as long as she would have wanted to be. But good bowling, it must be said, from De Figueiredo.
Yes, and that is part of her role as the KZN outfit, or the bowling attack. And she's one of the 3 bowlers out there in action today for the Dolphins that is currently in the top 20 in terms of their participation in this batting line-up for Badgers. There's an equally potent bowling attack from Dolphins.
So we're going to see Kiara Fisher now, the right arm off-break bowler. Will be coming in around the wicket to Tasman Brits, so that will be, she's bowling the standard delivery that comes into the right-hander, and hence the stronger leg side field. What is interesting is that they've kept the fielders deep on the boundary. I think that Brits will be looking at playing this one, maybe these ones maybe into the leg side, perhaps over the infield, and that's just played beautifully to the left of the fielder at long on. That is Jade De Figueiredo with the sleeves on, the white sleeves are noticeable. She's all the fielders out there either wearing a cap or no cap at all, and it is, I think that's Nzuzu, is it? No, it's not, sorry, it's number 20, just trying to get the fielders there. Asakele Kawo, who's going out onto the deep mid-wicket boundary. We've got Nzuzu in at mid-wicket, down on the deep, long, deep backward square boundary. It looks like Zintle Mali down there, and short at 45, it's Nobukhle Busani. They're taking a quick single, and Brits is well through for that single. That's excellent running from these two, and just not able to come in time and affect the run out there is Sisanda Ngubani. We're expecting to see her bowl a little bit later, right arm medium. Ngubani in the team for Ayanda Fluby today. That's played through the leg side. That's gone all the way for 4. When she hits them, they stay hit. Tasman Brits, that is 4th boundary of her innings so far. She moved to 20 with that shot. So Fisher, the off-break bowler that's just turning into Brits, and she really made that almost into a half volley.
Yeah, Tasman's got some amazing shots, and she's done really well in this format of the game. And I think she will surely endure at the crease. A lot of people come out today to see her. The stands are a little bit fuller than yesterday, and I see there's a group of kids playing their own cricket match right next to the ground, keeping an eye on Tasman.
They are indeed. They were there yesterday as well, and playing their own test match, I think, out there. Two youngsters having a lot of fun. In fact, they've been joined now by a third person who's playing wicket keeper at the moment. It's just a single for Brits off that. It's wonderful to see the youngsters playing on the side of the field, and three young boys there playing, watching the women's cricket here. They're heroes. That's very well played by Mika de Ridder. She just waited for that one from Fisher and played it down to the vacant third man region. It's chased down here by Ungabani, and she prevents them going through for 3, but it's 2 more, and those two to Mika de Ridder. It's an expensive over, that one, once again for the Dolphins. 9 of that first over from Kiara Fisher, the 4 from Tasman Brits, and then just those couple from Mika de Ridder on 3, and Brits now on 21 of 16 deliveries, I think it is, that she's faced.
That's correct.
And she is already looking quite dangerous. This wicket, they need this wicket of Tasman Brits desperately, and just this is now into the last over of the power play. Jade de Figueiredo away from us to Brits, and she plays that straight to Zintle Mali at mid-on. No, not mid-on, more a mid-wicket, straightish mid-wicket position. Got long on Alexandra Candler. Brits waits for that, plays it straight to the fielder Mlaba at deep mid-wicket. She'll probably be a bit disappointed with that. She wanted to hit that, she didn't get all of that, did she? But she still managed to get a single. At the moment, the Badgers are well ahead of the run rate. They're batting at over 7 and over. Change to the field. Deep square leg goes in for Mika de Ridder, and Mali goes into a mid-wicket position. So 5-4 offside leg side field for de Figueiredo. It's on the legs, and that's a good field position there. That would have been a single previously. So good fielding position changes by the captain Gounden. She herself is at extra cover. De Ridder down the wicket, but she's not going to get anything off that one from de Figueiredo. 1 for 1 in her first over. Jade de Figueiredo, she's been excellent in this over again. 4 balls gone, just a single. Forcing the change, and it is going to go. I think, is it got enough legs to get to the boundary? It's a long chase for the fielder, and the fielder's not going to get there. It was really a long chase around the boundary, but really well swept by the Proteas wicket keeper Mika de Ridder, and that is the first boundary of Jade de Figueiredo. Mika de Ridder's first boundary as well. long chase for the fielder from backward square was, and just perhaps Derrida you saw coming across the stumps there to make it into a leg. So he plays it again into that region. This time it's just going to be the 2 or maybe 3 if Brits gets back. No, she's not going to come back for 3, just the 2. So that over, unfortunately for De Figueiredo, a little bit spoilt by those last 2 deliveries, going for 6 runs, and that is the end of 6. It is 45 for the loss of 1, and I'm going to vacate my chair, and coming in will be Nathan Rogera. Nathan, thank you very much, and thank you very much, Avidia. I'll be back with you guys later.
Welcome back, Nathan.
Yeah, thank you very much, Avidia. And that was the James King, the Fox.
Cape Fox.
Big fan of Leicester Tigers. Leicester City. Leicester City. They unfortunately lost yesterday to who they lose to, James? They lost to QPR yesterday, so he's not really happy this morning. But yeah, unfortunately that's what happens in sports. That's how the cookie crumbles. And back to the action. 7th over. Yeah, Kiara Fisher bowling in the 2nd over, going for 9 in the 1st. Oh, good start. And unfortunately,
It'll be a single. Oh, they'll have to hurry for that 2nd. Tasman experienced enough to know how fast she can run versus the location of that ball.
Unfortunately, Pinini not able to gather that one, and going for runs.
So Badgers are 3 runs away from their 50. They coming along nicely to get to the target of 104, having just lost 1 wicket. And they'll get 1 run for that one.
And just looking at the comparison between the 2 teams, after the first 6, the Dolphins were 27 for 2, and now the Badgers 43 for 1 after 6 overs, with a healthy run rate of 7.5. So well ahead in the run rate here, the Badgers.
Yeah, they'll need to keep it just above 5 runs per over to comfortably take the win for today.
Just swept in front of square, just for a single, and now the danger. Batter, Tasman Brits. Healthy strike rate here at the moment for the Badgers.
Yep, 25 of 20 balls.
Again, stepping across the ground, and just for a single, falling short. Player standing at long off. Player there, Alex Candler. She did fairly well, Alex Candler up front for the Dolphins. Scoring 31 runs, but unfortunately not supported on the other end. And Zintle Mali as well, 41.
Of 33 deliveries, that's excellent.
Opportunity!
Oh!
Just falling short. Good bowling here from Kiara Fisher. The right arm off break spinner. Strapping the rotor with a bit of space there. Reverse sweep. And it looks like it's buys. Just waiting for the signal there from umpire. And
very gutsy. 2nd run there. She had to dive for that one.
looks like it's runs, giving us runs. Just another missed opportunity there from the keeper, Pinini. And that is the end of the 7th. 52 for 1. Audacious reverse sweep there from the Raider.
And that brings up the 50 for the Badgers. And that 104 seems not too far away now.
Your prediction, when do you think we could finish this game inside the 15 overs? I mean, we always like to play these predictions amongst the commentators.
15 is a good number. We had 7 overs completed now for 52. If they can maintain the run rate and lose no further wickets, it's doable. Unless Dolphins decides otherwise with the bowling, restricts them or gets rid of a few danger people out there. We've got Jade De Figueiredo back.
Short and pulled, and
that's
another
beautiful.
4 for Tasman Brits. Picking up that ball very nicely. Yes, kept very low, but beautiful pull shot there from Tasman Brits. And unfortunately, player there at the deep mid wicket, not able to gather that one. Just too quick, too powerful, Tasman Brits.
Yeah, the outcome of this match today won't really influence who would win this tournament, because Western Province right at the top of 32, and this will just be a shuffle between positions of the two teams out there, and no one currently able to beat Western Province with that big lead, even if one of the teams win all the remaining matches and there's a couple of them that loses along the way. Western Province definitely have this title in the hand. So these are just bragging honours if they win today.
The Badgers are 4th on the log, and the Dolphins are 3rd. So a win here, we'll see every team that wins here will get that third place position. 24 points by the province, if I'm not mistaken.
32 now, and the second in place is 16, and that team would be the DP World Lions. And, Western Province with a comfortable lead.
Just pitching outside the line of off stump, and they're just missing out on that one. Unfortunately, again, wide delivery. There is space just over the covers. There's no fielder in the outer ring, in the boundary, on the offside. Just 4 in the ring. Bring across the line, just for a single. Just looking at the field position now for the Badgers. Beg your pardon, for Hollywoodbets Dolphins. Backward point, short third, point, extra cover. Now we see long off now moving towards the boundary. Fairly so. Tasman Brits has been very aggressive here with a very healthy strike rate. Now again, number 10, Obuhle Busane, now moving back to mid-off. And that's the end of another good over. 59 for 1.
So after 8 overs, Badgers need 45 runs, completely doable within the remaining overs. And certainly the teammates are hoping that they can wrap this up in the next hour.
Yeah, it was interesting to see that Dolphins winning the toss and deciding to bat first. I spoke to the assistant coach of the Dolphins before the game, and I asked him, if you had to win a toss, what do you like to do? He said, I don't mind batting. I asked him, what about the overhead conditions? He said, nah, we used to it in Durban. So, but unfortunately, the score 103 for 6 and 20 overs. Not good enough, especially with these batters here. Another good shot there from Tasman Brits. It's very full, and they're not missing out. Beautiful drive there from Tasman Brits. Brits now moving swiftly. 36 runs now for Tasman Brits.
Oh, big shot there for the umpire. That appeal does not move. Umpire Gaino.
That one just sliding down the leg side. Umpire there, Gaino Sibola. Shorter pitch, back of the length, and it driven down towards Angon boundary just for a single. And now the Raider on strike. Opportunity there. Just wait for the signal from the umpire. Giving us runs. Good bowling here from bowler Gubane Busane. Nobuhle Busane.
Susanda Ngubane.
Yeah, Susanda Ngubane replaces Chandra Pather in the side, and that's the end of another over. 66 for 1.
Yes, after 9 overs, Badgers only requiring 38 runs to seal victory for them today.
I mean, it could be done in 3 overs. Especially with Tasman Brits out there.
Do not underestimate the lady that is lining up for the bowling, Jane.
Oh, she's
or
been,
Jade.
she's been
Jade
bowling.
Figueiredo. That slow ball from her could change things.
Oh, she's been bowling
She's
really well.
probably been put there by a captain just to disrupt the flow or momentum a little bit of Badgers to dislodge their run rate.
Jade now bowling a third over on the trot.
And she's the sole wicket taker thus far for this innings.
Good
Trying
effort.
to do the fielding of her own bowling.
Good effort there from Jade into that patch. Must be painful. It's really painful. It's fine. Tough character that Jade the Figueiredo. Just going down for a single. Again, there's no rush whatsoever for these two at the moment. Well above the required run rate. We'll just see a change now in their fielding position. Just one outside the circle at deep mid wicket. 3 on the leg side in the circle. And 1 deep standing at deep mid wicket. Quick single taken.
Amazing speed between the wickets.
And now mid off and mid on now drop back towards the boundary. Long on, long off, fairly so. Tasman Brits. Now see deep backward square leg. Going down the track, and good effort there from Mlaba. Cutting it down to a single. Big pardon, that was Zintle Mali with the white Under Armour. Another reverse sweep opportunity.
Run out. Oh no, she's just safe back. Just safe back at the crease. Oh,
Jade, very unfortunate there.
wicket the Ridder. It's not as fast as Tasman, but almost had to dive for that one. Yeah, Jonty Road slide in. It's not necessary for them to take these risks with their wickets. They've got more than enough deliveries remaining. I know they want to wrap this up as soon as possible.
7 runs over. Just now 34 runs required of the last 10 and a bit overs. Sweep
That's a
shot.
good shot. That's a boundary.
Into that vacant deep backward square leg region for another 4. Not easy to play those, especially when the spinner's getting a lot of purchase out there, but great shot there from Tasman Brits. And then now they move on to send 5 for 1 after the 10 overs.
And only requiring 29 runs to go. Seems like it can be wrapped up in 2 overs. Dolphins may have other plans.
Spoke to Tasman Brits yesterday. I said, Tasman, I thought you were going to finish it in 20 overs, but it took the full 50 overs or 49 and a bit overs, and I'm pretty sure they'll appreciate a nice braai after this game. Very short day, beautiful cloudy conditions here on Sunday, relaxed to Sunday. It's always nice to see a bit of crowd, supporters here for the women's game.
Yeah,
Overflowing
certainly
the game.
excellent weather today to be out there enjoying the cricket here at the recreation grounds in Oudtshoorn. And also the perfect setting because it is a T20 match, so people know this will be wrapped up soon and they can still enjoy the afternoon with other activities.
Oh,
that's a
cheeky
good
shot.
It'll be a boundary. There's no one that's fast enough to stop that ball, or this ball will stop shortly before the rope, unfortunately for the batter.
Cheeky shot there from Tasman Brits. And into that vacant, deep third area. Again, it's not easy to play those reverse sweeps and reverse shots. We've seen a few of those. I mean, from the man himself, Mr. 360, A.B. de Villiers, trademarked those shots. Just walking down the ground just for a dot ball. Good bowling here from Gubane, Sisana Gubane, who comes in for Chandra Pather.
Oh,
Giving himself a bit of room there, but unfortunately missing out. Gubane just sliding the ball back onto the right hander. Tasman Brits is gap on the behind backward point area. It's driven down towards long off just for a single. And now Tasman Brits edging closer to another 50 in this format.
yeah, she is also responsible for the fastest 50 in this format, having scored a 50 of 24 balls, and she's already 37, so not able to better that record of hers for this tournament.
And that's the end of the 11th over, 78 for 1.
It brings them to 26 runs within reach of victory. Badger certainly can be afford to be comfortable out there.
Okay, yeah, good bowling there from Sisanda Gubane, full delivery, especially against these two right-handers. Tasman's looking to go along the track, but unfortunately missing out a couple of times. And it looks like Jade just to finish up here.
She's finished, yeah.
She's
Yeah,
finished.
no, it won't be her. She's already bowled the required overs.
Looks
Mlaba.
like Nongulile Kumlaba are coming back after 2 overs. Bowling a third over here. Poor delivery there from Nongulile
It'll
Kumlaba.
be a single. Oh, I have to worry for that. I always worry about Mika's speed getting back to the other side.
Poor bowling, going down the leg side, and just unfortunately poor line. There is no cover in the fine leg area for Nongulile Kumlaba's bowling, but manages to get 2 runs off that ball. Opportunity.
Missed it.
Sure.
But
I must say, I've been impressed with the fielding from yesterday and today. Astonishing catches and fielding with the runouts. Good bowling. Played off the back foot. Ngulile Kumlaba just showing all the experience that she has Just travelling Brits. Brits currently on 48 now. 46, beg your pardon. 4 runs and they'll take it to 50. An opportunity.
Right over the wicket keeper. There'll be 1 run for them only. They'll have to hurry for the second one.
And cheeky shot, very audacious shot there from Mika. And just lofted over the keeper. Just identifying the areas where there's no fielders.
Badgers requiring 21 runs.
Partnership for these two.
Oh, and missed out again, just outside the line off stump. And that's 50 runs partnership between these two. Oh, that's unfortunate, bowled.
Off the inside edge.
Off the inside edge to the stumps. And that's 2 wickets down now. 83 for 2. And now 2 wickets down.
We've got Michaela Andrews joining skipper Tasman Brits at the crease. And she'll be hoping to pull this train to its next station, which is Station Victory. So, with 21 runs to go, and Tasman Brits being 3 runs away from her 50.
Driven down the ground, just for a single, for delivery there from new bowler. That looks like it's Sisanda Ngubane. Again driven towards field there at extra cover. Just 3 in the ring on the offside, backward point. Cover and extra cover. Okay, they just want to keep an eye onto the ball and we get comfortable and then get going. I mean, there's no rush for these two at the moment. 21 runs right in 8 overs.
There'll be a single for them only.
And Kayla Andrews now off the mark with that single. All-rounder. She opened the bowling here for the Badgers. Now she comes in at 4. They do have a long batting lineup, the Badgers. She's driven down again towards long off. Very easy work here for the Badgers. Mika Derrida, unfortunately, had to depart with the inside edge with a few audacious shots, reverse sweeps. And the full delivery there from Ngubane. And that's the end of another good over from Ngubane.
After 12 overs, 20 runs to go. Certainly can tie this up within 2 or 3 overs, unless the Dolphins decide otherwise.
Playing along the ground. Kululeko Mlaba now continues rolling on the 4th over here.
And there's a 50 for Tasman.
There we go. This is the ballerina. Tasman doing her ballerina thing. We can all have a bit of a chat here, the three of us in there. So, yeah, Tasman doing her ballerina trick. That 50 of hers coming up off how many deliveries there, Vidya?
42 deliveries for Tasman.
Okay, so
Not as fast as she usually can, but fast enough for Badgers.
yes, Andrews on one. It's Mlaba into her last over here.
And maybe some revenge here from Lava because her wicket fell as a result of Michaela Andrews taking that amazing catch, which was a catch of the day and allowed the Badgers to win with 9 runs.
Yeah, that yesterday, that incredible catch from Michaela Andrews. Everybody thought it was over her head. She just stuck her hand up and took the catch, single-handed catch on the right arm. Just it was over her head. That's in the air. It's going to be safe, and they may go through for 2. She wants 2, but Andrews is not going to be able to get back for 2. Good shot from Michaela Andrews. And that's the end of the spell, I think it is, for Nonkululeko Mlaba. And what her final numbers would be, I think 4 overs, 1 for 26.
Yeah, she's at not a great economy rate thus far, so 6.5 after 4 overs, only able to take 1 wicket, conceding 25 runs.
Yeah, it was that first over from Tabitha Lachranzi that was the key there. Took 12 off her first over. So what are we? It's 14 gone now.
Yeah, 14 to go for the Badgers.
And they need 14 to win. They need those in 2 overs to get the bonus point. So 16 overs is bonus point territory. And they'll be aware of that. And I think that Andrews would just want to give the strike to Brits here, Nathan.
Oh, we all just need 14 runs. I mean, if you take in consideration the bonus point, it's just 14 runs in 2 overs, 7 runs. I mean, it's doable. So far, the run rate here just over 7 runs.
That's very well fielded on her follow through by
umpire Gaino Sibola just having to almost do a ballerina herself to get out of the way of the ball. But just passing her waist. That's a big, it's up in the air.
She might be out.
And it's gone.
She is. So the end of Michaela Andrews going for the bonus point by the looks of things.
Yeah, I loved the shot there from Michaela Andrews. Unfortunately, finding that fielder standing at long on. And well taken ball there from that fielder. And that's the third wicket down now for the Badgers. They are looking at that target, getting 104 runs inside 16 overs, 14 runs in 2 overs, doable, James?
Yeah, I think they need now 12 off 8 deliveries to get the bonus point at this stage. Yeah, with Haroline Rhodes coming out, you sense they're going to have a think about that. I think Tasman Brits is the key here. She could get those 2. She get that 12 off 2 shots, but it may not be necessarily that possible with the situation. I mean, the first thing for Badgers is
in a few weeks' time to reverse things at their home grounds with the Badgers. So it'll be just a musical chairs shifting between third and fourth place on the log. Over a single, they'll not try the second.
So, Ngubane here is into her last over. She's done very well so far. I mean, with now 1 for 15 that she's, 1 for 16 now that she's conceded. That's a great shot from Brits, isn't it? She plays the reverse sweep. She decided very early that she was going to play that shot, and that does take them a lot closer with those 5 runs of the last 2 deliveries of the over, and they're needing 7 now it is of the 16th over to get to that target and get the bonus point.
So either a massive 6 in a single or 2 boundaries to do the job.
7 runs off that previous over. We'd speak about 14 runs the last 2 and 7 runs, and there was 7 runs that over. Beautiful shot there from Tasman Brits, the reverse sweep. It was looked like a premeditated shot.
Yeah, she seemed to decide really early, wasn't it, that she was going to go there. The delivery, and what we saw earlier on from Alex Candler, which I was a bit sad, in fact, that she did go out when she did, because she was showing signs of the unorthodox. And she played that one shot of Faith de Jong. She had to wait for the delivery and went wide outside the off stump to play it. And we saw just, T20 is the game in which you really do see the innovation coming through in the shots. And we saw that ramp shot from Mika Deridia earlier on, the play from Alexandra Candler, just waiting for the ball. And it's is Premier Bowler Zintle Mali back into the attack. That's nicely played.
Tasman having to get out of the way.
Oh!
That was great fielding there, Alex Candler.
Speaking of Alex Candler from the bat, now with the fielding, kills fielding there from Candler. Getting just a single of that, and now Tasman Brits on strike. Just 6 runs now required. Does she go big, or does she play it safe? Again, only time will tell.
What did they say?
I almost can't breathe.
Go big or go home.
I'll be happy if she does 2 boundaries instead of that risking that big 6. And they know she's going to want to play those 2 big shots. Yeah,
they definitely know that. There's a big gap on the leg side, isn't there, at square leg, Nathan? So
she goes big! Up in there has a big 6. And outside of the grounds even. And that seals the win for the Badgers today, with the skipper Tasman Brits driving them home. Wow, that's absolutely amazing. Runs put on the board by KZN, by the Dolphins side, only 103, and Badgers winning that by a huge margin, having only lost 3 of their wickets, and no doubt that they'll be looking for some revenge coming their next meet in a few weeks' time in Chatsworth at their home ground against the Badgers, and they'll be shifting into 3rd place on the log today and drawing this weekend to a winning close for the Badgers. They can be very happy with themselves, and their coach Martinez van der Merwe will certainly be pleased with the performance this weekend. Much better performance than the previous 3 matches where they've not done too well, were not able to walk off victorious, but this weekend is quite different, and the difference that the return of the Proteas to the team made is quite big, and the impact they had. It's just great to see good cricket out there, and everybody else coming out to support them. Lots of locals coming out today with their cooler boxes and cricket being played along the side of the field. So it's all in all a good day for South Western Districts cricket.
Indeed, a very good day indeed for them. Tasman Brits, the captain of the team, in the absence of Janae Winster, ending on 62 off 46 balls, 7 fours, 1 6, and the innings today of 126, innings today of 62, not out to go with her 126 yesterday off 112 balls in the 50 over game. And the difference between these two teams could be the batting of Tasman Brits. She's been in outstanding form this season in the domestic competition, and once again showing that today as she takes her team to victory, as Ovidia was saying, by 7 wickets, and getting the bonus point by getting those runs after 2 deliveries of the 16th over. It's ended early here today at the recreation ground here in Oudtshoorn, the 6 Gun Grill recreation ground. The 6 Gun Grill Garden Route Badgers defeated the Hollywoodbets Dolphins by those 7 wickets inside 16 overs. And just looking at the partnerships in this innings, 29 for the first wicket with Lachransi and Brits, 54 for the second between Derrida and Brits, and Derrida as well, the returning Protea, 21 of 23 deliveries, 12 of 10 for Lachransi, and it was finally Michaela Andrews who scored 4 of 11, just trying to rotate the strike and keep going, and in the end trying to perish. In fact, she perished trying to get those winning runs, but it was the bat of Tasman Brits that brought the winning runs with a massive 6, which went in fact over the picket fence here, which is on the edge of the field, and is well over, that shot would have been well over, one feels 70-80 meters, that boundary that she hit, the 6 to win the match.
She really put her last bit of effort in there, big strength from that bat to get that score going, and seal it off and collect the bonus points.
Absolutely, knowing how disappointed she was after the last matches here against Western Province, she'll be very happy that she was able to take her team over the line today, and both teams now in a huddle on the side of the field. Matches played in an outstanding spirit. And just to sign off here from our side, it's this broadcast on CSA's YouTube channel has been brought to you by the Pitch Vision, production here by Pat and by Java, who's been with us today doing the scorings. Pat on the roving camera. We hope you enjoyed the roving camera today. We didn't have it yesterday, and we know that I'm sure you have appreciated that, as we have done today, to have that under production. And from the team here on commentary who brought you these 2 matches over the last 2 days, it's really been great to be with you. A win in both games for the Badgers, and firstly by 9 runs yesterday, and today by 7 wickets from myself, James King, the Cape Fox, and from Ovidia Haynes and Nathan Gogela.
It was great spending some time with you. Please do tune in for the next matches taking place in over the next few weeks of this tournament. There's also other teams to be watching. If you can be a Dolphin supporter or Badger supporter, but there's lots of other good cricket happening. Please support our ladies, and we'll see you on the live stream, and thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you very much, Ovidia. Yes, just very good reminder there that on every Saturday and every Sunday now until the end of the women's season, which is in the middle of April, you will be able to have some excellent cricket, women's cricket with commentary on the YouTube channel of Cricket South Africa. It's been an absolute privilege once again to bring you this broadcast. Any last words, Nathan? No, he's fine. So it's been great to have you. We're on our way back now to Cape Town this afternoon, and we'll join you again from wherever we may be in the country. And from us here at Oudtshoorn, it's goodbye.